today where we're going to look at the incredibly smart but honestly completely backward way that intelligent people try to sell digital products online. We're going to strip away that whole overnight laptop lifestyle fantasy and look at the realistic, gritty truth about making money on the internet. Because look, for a lot of you watching right now, you've done the research, right? You've bought the courses. You've taken all the notes. But the actual results, they just aren't there. Which brings us to the central paradox of this entire explainer. Ask yourself, if you know so much, why is your PayPal at 0? Ouch, right? It's a bit of a gut punch, but I'm willing to bet you've consumed more tutorials about making money online than you've watched Netflix. You've got endless PDFs stacked up on your hard drive. You've joined all the Discord communities, and you sound exactly like someone who knows what they're doing. Yet somehow the bank account just isn't reflecting all that knowledge. So let's be clear. A lack of knowledge is absolutely not your problem. You already know all about affiliate marketing. You could confidently explain email funnels, SEO, traffic sources, landing pages, autoresponders, and AI tools to a complete stranger on the street. If I give you a pop quiz on copywriting, you'd ace it. So if the industry isn't rigged against you and you aren't just unlucky, what is actually going on here? Well, you're confusing knowing something with actually doing something. Section 1, IQ versus emotional intelligence. Now, this isn't just my opinion. This is based on a massive study of literally 66,000 people published in the Strategic Entrepreneurship Journal. And what they found is wild. Raw intelligence, your IQ, is actually a really weak predictor of entrepreneurial success. Raw brain power accounted for only 11% of success. Just 11. The real predictor, emotional intelligence, that accounted for a staggering 89%. So what does emotional intelligence actually mean when you're trying to sell digital products online? Look, it's not about empathy or just being a nice person. In this game, EQ is your ability to handle the mindset of relentless setbacks. It's the ability to work for 3 hours on a blog post or a video after a 12-hour shift at your day job only to get 4 views. And let's be real, 2 of those views are just you refreshing the page. It's having the resilience to fail publicly over and over again and keep showing up week after week when things are going terribly, terribly wrong. Section 2, the 3 intelligence traps. Highly intelligent people subconsciously sabotage their online businesses by falling into 3 very specific psychological traps. Trap 1, being absolutely terrified of failing publicly. Trap 2, blaming the strategy instead of the execution. And trap 3, the 5-project illusion. Let's break these down. There's this massive gap between what you tell yourself and what's actually happening in reality. See, smart people are used to getting things right. In school, in the corporate world, you get rewarded for having the right answers and taking all the right boxes. Your entire identity is built around being the smart one, right? So when you sit down to build a business, every instinct in your body screams at you to stop because you might make a mistake and look totally embarrassing. So what do? You tell yourself you're researching or finding the perfect customer avatar. But what you're actually doing is hiding and learning. Because hey, as long as you haven't published anything, nobody can critique it. But here's the massive mindset shift you absolutely have to make. In the online world, failing isn't the opposite of success. Failing is the test itself. When you build a landing page that looks like a literal ransom note and it gets 0 conversions, congratulations. You just passed the necessary certification that no online course could ever teach you. Every single one of those embarrassing, cringeworthy public failures stacks up on top of each other to build your actual hands-on skill set. Now, trap number 2 is the smart person's absolute favorite self-delusion. Because you're smart, you know exactly how to rationalize things to make them sound intelligent. When the emotional discomfort of getting 0 sales or 0 views kicks in, you don't say, wow, this is really hard. I need to push through. Nope. Instead, you say, well, I've analyzed the situation and this strategy is fundamentally flawed. You dress up quitting as a strategic decision when in reality, you just felt emotionally uncomfortable and wanted an out. In practice, this so-called strategy testing is kind of a joke. You try drop shipping for 2 weeks, maybe put 20 hours into it, then it's print on demand for a week, then a faceless YouTube channel for 3 weeks. Guys, 20 hours of dragging and dropping stuff on a laptop is not testing a strategy. You're dipping your toe into a massive $20 billion industry for a few days, getting uncomfortable, analyzing your way out of it, and bouncing right to the next shiny object, which brings us to the 3rd trap, the 5-project illusion. Look, in the real world, maybe you actually can handle multiple massive projects at once, but that's because you have a team and resources backing you up. In the online world as a solo beginner, it's pure ego disguised as ambition. You're out there trying to juggle a blog, a TikTok account, a YouTube channel, and a digital course all at the exact same time, and the result is always disastrous. If you spread your limited weekly hours across 5 projects, after 3 months, you just have 5 different projects that have progressed maybe 5%. You have absolutely zero traction. But if you take that exact same time and pour it into one single project, you hit 80%, maybe even 100% progress. The problem is focusing on just one boring, repetitive thing is, well, boring. And smart people hate being bored. So they add more juggling balls and convince themselves they're diversifying. Section 3, the reality of building online. This is a stark contrast to all that flashy marketing you see on social media. What we have here is a realistic 12-month journey. Month 1, you're working hours for literally a handful of views. Month 6, you're still grinding, publishing to a tiny audience, and maybe getting 5 views apiece. This is what I call the screaming into the void period, and you need to hear this. The silence you hear in these first 6 to 12 months is not a strategy flaw. It is an emotional survival test. You have to sit in that discomfort for weeks and months with basically zero positive feedback before you finally start gaining real momentum around month 12. Consider this a massive reality check. Terrible is the starting line, and you've been standing 10 feet behind it for the last decade. You simply cannot wait for perfection to put your running shoes on. Your first landing page, it's going to be terrible. Your first video, it will be terrible. But that terrible attempt is the starting line you have to cross to get anywhere. Section 4, stop learning, start building. The absolutely crucial point here is shifting your identity. You have to stop being the learner. Think about it. When your internal narrative is, I'm just trying to figure things out, every failure tells your subconscious that you just don't know enough yet and that you need to go buy another course. But when your identity is, I am building an online business, every failure is just another necessary brick in the wall of your skill set. You finally stop consuming and you start taking messy action. So here is your concrete, realistic game plan for the next 12 months. First off, stop tracking all the marketing books you're reading and start tracking what you're actually publishing. Fully embrace doing the messy, ugly, cringeworthy early attempts. Pick one niche and commit to it for a full year without jumping ship the exact moment it feels emotionally difficult. And honestly, if you take absolutely nothing else away from this explainer, let it be this number. 1. One project, one platform, one audience, one purpose, one strategy. Give it your pure, uninterrupted focus for one entire year. I want to leave you with a provocative question today. What are you avoiding doing with the knowledge you already have? Because the truth is you already know enough right now to build your first landing page, send your first email, or publish your first piece of content. You do not need another brainstorming session. You need practical implementation. So close the tab, stop researching, embrace the ugly starting line, and go hit publish today. Thanks for watching the video this far. I'm excited to share with you an in-depth article on how to create, share, and monetize lead magnets effortlessly, all without technical skills or expensive tools. This article dives deep into the essential steps for building an audience genuinely interested in your brand. It's designed to help you leverage the skills you already have to create and launch a profitable digital business today. Whether you're just starting out or looking to refine your approach, this guide offers valuable insights to set you on the right path. And one of the key topics covered is why manual outreach and legacy systems can't keep up. You will learn that speed is a vital component of lead conversion. Research shows that responding to a lead within minutes rather than hours dramatically increases the likelihood of a successful sale. The fact that manual systems lack the agility required to pivot when audience behavior changes shows how Lead Creator can address this need. The article helps you pinpoint what your audience truly needs and how your unique skills can meet those needs effectively, ensuring your product stands out in a crowded market. Next, the article explores how to craft compelling content that resonates with your audience and drives sales. It emphasizes the importance of storytelling, clarity, and authenticity in your messaging. You'll learn techniques to create content that not only educates but also emotionally connects with your potential customers. This approach helps build trust and encourages engagement, which are essential for transforming interest into actual purchases. Another vital aspect discussed is effective packaging, how to present your knowledge in a captivating way that appeals to your target market. Alongside this, the article outlines strategies for building a marketing plan that truly connects with the eager buyers. It covers everything from branding and positioning to choosing the right channels for promotion. These insights empower you to showcase your digital product's value clearly and attract the right audience consistently. Finally, the article addresses the challenges new creators often face and offers advice on staying motivated and focused throughout the journey. Launching a digital product can be demanding, but with the right mindset and strategies, you can overcome obstacles and keep progressing. This section provides encouragement and practical tips to help you maintain momentum and achieve long-term success. So go ahead and click on the link below to get started today and turn your ideas into impactful digital products.